Hello, everybody. Dr. Del Millers here with PersonalFitness.com. Thanks for joining me again. Just a reminder that all these video recordings are available at my website, PersonalFitness.com, or at my YouTube channel, I should say, and at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dr. Del Millers. Today, I hope you're staying safe, but most of all, I hope you're staying healthy. These are trying times. I know it's hard on you, it's hard on the kids, it's hard on everyone. So if you're running scared right now, I get it. After all, that's the goal of our elected officials, the media, and health experts, right? They think if we're afraid, then it's easier for them to mindlessly lead us to do what they want. I disagree. I think knowledge is our most powerful weapon. Fear, or false evidence appearing real, will only motivate you until you wake up and realize that you're being led down the wrong path. Now, don't get me wrong. COVID-19 is a serious threat to our health and our way of life. And unfortunately, folks, it isn't going away anytime soon. So instead of dealing with Band-Aid measures, which is what we've been led to do right now, deal with Band-Aid measures, stay home, isolate, don't go anywhere. Don't get me wrong. Those things are important, but they're Band-Aids. Let's talk about what's going to put you in the best possible position to beat this thing, should you get it, right? Just staying at home is not good enough. So let's talk about what you're going to need to do. Our elected officials call this pandemic a war against COVID-19. And all they want you to do is stay home. But like I said, that's not good enough. If this is a war against the virus, then your body is the first line of defense. What does that mean? That means that the health of your body is the most important factor to consider. Let me say that again. The health of your body is the most important factor to consider. Why is this the case? It's the case, folks, because we know for a fact that people with pre-existing conditions such as COPD, heart disease, obesity, sepsis, diabetes, and other autoimmune disorders, and others, are more likely to have severe complications after contracting the coronavirus, and are also, unfortunately, more likely to die. This doesn't mean that, these are just older folks. I mean, you could be young and relatively healthy. Like I said, there are exceptions, but for the most part, people with severe complications have been those with, other pre-existing conditions. There are exceptions, like I would say. I don't want you emailing me or calling me up and say, well, there are healthy people who die. I know someone. Well, yes, I know healthy people who have caught this thing and died too. Okay, but for the most part, the healthier you are, the more likely you are to survive should you contract the virus, okay? The healthier you are, the more likely you are to survive should you contract the virus. And since scientists are still at least, 1 to 2 years away from creating a suitable vaccine to eradicate the virus, if you're to survive, listen to me, if you're to survive, you're left with only 2 viable options. The first is prevention. Always prevention is the first. Right? Take every precaution necessary and try not to contract the virus. Like the old saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Secondly, the numbers overwhelmingly show that healthier people do far better against COVID-19 virus. Like I said, the healthier you are, the better your chances. Right? They do far better than those with severe pre-existing health conditions. So this is a time, you've got time on your hands. So this is a time you should be working on your health. Don't just sit home, eat junk food, and be bored. This is a time when you've got time on your hands, you should be working on your health. Especially if you are already living with things like COPD, heart disease, obesity, sepsis, diabetes, and other autoimmune disorders. You should be working on your health. Remember, small changes can quickly pay big dividends, right? So don't sit around and think that, there's nothing you can do. Small changes can quickly pay big dividends. In fact, if you're overweight, which, 75% of Americans are either overweight or obese. Right? So if you're overweight, losing just 5% of your body weight. Just 5%. If you weigh 200 pounds, what's that, 10 pounds? Losing just 5% of your body weight can lower your risk of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, or decrease inflammation levels in your body. Isn't that significant? Of course it is. So creating a healthier body now could make a significant difference in the severity of your symptoms and the length of your recovery time should you contract the coronavirus. So I want you to really understand that. Creating a healthier body now and small changes could make a big difference. Like I said, if you weigh 200 pounds, 5% of your body weight is what, 10 pounds? So losing just 5 to 10 pounds could make a big difference. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? So, how you're going to beat this thing is paying attention to what you eat, how much you move, how much sleep you get, and how you're living your life, okay? Good health is not an accident. It depends on what you eat, how much you move, the quality of your sleep, and finding ways to successfully deal with stress while building meaningful relationships. This is how you live. Fortunately, we have the technology to help us stay in touch and maintain some of those important human bonds that are necessary to build up our immune system in this time of isolation. Let technology be your friend. Learn to use the technology to maintain those human bonds. See, a lot of people don't know that these human bonds affect your immune system. That's important. That's why mostly elderly people who feel isolated and alone, they're more susceptible to disease and viruses. Why? Because the feeling of loneliness affects your immune system. Okay? So at times like these, the people who are the most vulnerable, like I said, the elderly, are also the ones who often feel isolated and alone. This is not good. So try your best to reach out to your older family members, to neighbors and friends. Now more than ever, they need to hear from you, okay? Let's also talk about, preventing those COVID-19 pounds. I hate to say that, before this is over, some people will probably gain the COVID-19 pounds. Would that be 19 pounds, or will that be twice that? But from what I hear a lot of people are doing, isolating, staying at home, binge watching television. What happens when you binge watch television? Well, you tend to be eating crap as well. You tend to be binging. So carrying a lot of excess weight can make the COVID virus even more dangerous and deadly. Okay? You may not realize this, but excess weight often leads to a condition called metabolic syndrome, which increases your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and increases your chances of becoming severely ill from COVID-19. So if you're carrying a lot of excess weight, especially around your midsection, you may want to start doing something about it. Okay? This is a time. Like I said, you've got time on your hands, so let's start doing something about it. Other conditions such as high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol or triglyceride levels are also contributing factors that may increase your risk of severe COVID-19 complications. In short, metabolic syndrome suppresses the immune system and increases your risk of infections and pneumonia. This is a bad combination in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic. Okay, now don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you all this to scare you, okay? I'm simply reminding you what I've been teaching people for over 2 decades now. That is, the healthier you are, the more resilient your body will be to disease, infections, and various types of coronaviruses that these seem to be evolving over the years. This isn't the first. We've had other coronavirus before. But the healthier and fitter you are, the more resilient your body will be. That's been my message. It doesn't matter what kind of disease you have, what kind of virus you have. If it's coronavirus or cancer or heart disease or diabetes, the same thing you do to get your body healthy and strong, it affects all of those different conditions. So what should you be eating and doing in order to put yourself in the best possible position to survive this thing should you get it? Or even if you don't get it, just to get healthier so you prevent other conditions. See, for me, every morning before breakfast, I take my 3 daughters on a 3-mile run. And, we've made this a daily ritual since now in this isolation, they're homeschooling now. So, most of their days are spent sitting in front of the computer. If you can't run, take a long walk or bike around the neighborhood. Nothing wrong with that. That works too. Whatever you do, it is vitally important that you get out of the house and enjoy the health-giving benefits of being outdoors, folks. Being outdoors, that's good for your health. I know, we're isolated at home, but you got to take some time to get out and get out into nature, get outdoors, get some sun, okay? So, what should you be eating at this point? I'll make it very simple. Eat food, mostly plants, as Michael Pollan put it. Eat food, mostly plants. Why is that? There are a lot of weight loss diets out there, but plant-based nutrition has been shown over and over again to reverse disease, increase the body's immune function, and reduce inflammation, people. See, metabolic inflammation not only compromises your immune system, it reduces the body's ability to tackle infections, impairs the healing process, and prolongs recovery. That's what inflammation does. And fruit and vegetables, that's been proven to affect all of those things, right? We know COVID-19 greatly elevates the levels of several inflammatory proteins in the body, and that's bad news. But fortunately for us, plant-based foods contain antioxidants, polyphenols, and other anti-inflammatory compounds that reduce inflammation and metabolic syndrome and all other risk factors for disease. So the bottom line is, fruits and vegetables are your first line of defense against COVID-19 and all other viruses and diseases, because the way you eat to recover from one disease or reverse one is exactly the same way you eat to protect yourself against other health challenges, okay? There's no difference. There's no way to eat to prevent cancer and eat to prevent diabetes and eat to prevent this. It's all the same thing. Everything affects everything else. And I'm telling you, plant-based whole foods has been proven to affect all of these different health outcomes. So that's your first line of defense. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying that fruits and vegetables are going to prevent you from getting COVID-19 or any other virus or disease. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that a healthier, fit body leads to less inflammation, leads to a more robust immune response if you get infected, and a shortened recovery time. This is nothing new. You see the same thing in all other health challenges, going through surgery, recovering from other health challenges. The healthier, fitter you are, the better able you are to recover, the more resilient your body will be. Okay? So having said all that, you may want to rethink your daily binging habits in front of the television. Instead of the processed carbs that a lot of people like to eat, I had a client called me up the other day and said, "Oh, Dale, I gained 10 pounds. I'm like, that's not good, because you're sitting home watching a lot of television and gorging on processed carbs. So why not try some fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, some nut butter, and some other whole food options. There are tons of great options out there for you. For some other ideas on how to put more fruits and vegetables in your diet, check out one of my previous videos. I did a couple of them. You can find them on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dr. Dale Millers. Okay? Lastly, I would highly recommend a whole food supplement to bridge the gap between what you actually eat and what your body really needs. And What I've been using for over a decade now, is Juice Plus Fruits, Vegetables, and Berries capsules. For one simple reason: research. They've been proven to improve the body's immune function and decrease inflammation. And that's exactly what we need to be thinking about right now. Building up your immune function and decreasing inflammation. And Juice Plus has been proven to do that. So I've been using it for over 10 years, and I highly recommend it. So you can check it out. Remember, COVID-19 will be with us for a while. So the best thing you can do to improve your chances of beating it, should you get it, is to, number one, eat more plant-based whole foods. Number two, move your body daily and get 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night. Right? Find a way to successfully deal with all the added stress of these uncertain times. And lastly, make time to nurture your relationships. They're more important than ever. Okay? I thank you for joining me. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you get something from, this video. I hope you stay safe, but at the same time, stay healthy. Take some time to work on your health. And now that you've got time on your hands, why not check out my free webinar, Get Your Sexy Back, How to Regain Your Confidence, Lose the Weight for Good, Recover from Health Challenges, and Feel Comfortable in Your Own Skin. The same way you eat to do that is the same way you eat to protect your body, from COVID-19 and any other disease. Like I said, I can't guarantee that you won't get it. But heaven forbid you should. The healthier, fitter your body is, the more resilient your body will be. So you will be able to recover faster. You will be able to you have less severe symptoms. That's what we're going for. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. Now that you've got time on your hands, I would also highly encourage you to get on the phone for a health strategy call. I've got more time on my hands now, so I've been doing more of these. I will, help you uncover the real problem causing you pain. What is causing you pain? Clarify what's working, what's not working, where you want to go from here. Figure out how to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be quickly. And explore where you are on the cycle of change. Because believe me, a lot of people said they're ready to change, but they're not. They're not even in the contemplation phase. They're not even thinking about it. Most people are in the pre-contemplation phase, not even contemplating what to do and how to change, not even making preparation of what to do, and definitely not at the point where they're ready to take action. So we'll clarify where you are and figure out how do we get you to move forward and take positive action today. Remember, every little bit counts. So small changes today can pay big health dividends tomorrow. I'm Dr. Del Millers, and I hope you stay safe. But most of all, I hope you stay healthy. I hope your family stays healthy. These are trying times. Take some time to work on your health. Take some time to work on your health. As usual, as I like to go out, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Talk soon.